Hey Canucks fans, Matthew Highmore is injured, Nic Petan is being recalled, and the Canucks trotted out new lines and new power play units at practice today. I'm Canuck Clay, founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary, my second video for Friday, October the 29th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. And as always, this vlog is brought to you by Perform and Transform. Personal training and weight loss. Sign up for a free 7-day trial using the link in my video description. So it's ironic that on a day where earlier today I talked about what's wrong with the Canucks offense, I laid out 5 reasons why I think the Canucks forwards in particular are struggling to score. And the Canucks went with brand new lines and brand new power play units in practice. So I'll break those down in a second. But firstly, Matthew Highmore, he left the game in the second period yesterday against the Philadelphia Flyers, the 2-1 Canucks loss. He is now placed on injured reserve. I'm not sure with what yet, because I'm recording this before Travis Green speaks to the media. But yes, Highmore is out. The Canucks don't have any extra forwards because, yes, Dickinson's coming in, but Dowling is still out, and Sutter and Mott, of course. So the Canucks have recalled Nic Petan from the Abbotsford Canucks. So he made it to practice today. Again, one of the benefits of an injury happening last night, yet your farm team being in the same basically vicinity, and Nic Petan was already at practice in Burnaby today. He didn't have to even drive all the way to Vancouver from Abbotsford. Actually, who knows where Nic Petan lives. So anyways, Petan up now on the main roster for Matthew Highmore, who joins Dowling on the injured reserve. I think Dowling can come off as early as tomorrow, though. And then Sutter and Mott still on there, of course. So with Petan there, he still skated as the extra forward at practice. And what's interesting about the Canucks lines today is for the first time, if they practice how they play, and Travis Green does like to, if they play how they practice, and Travis Green does like to play how he practices, he doesn't waste time, he doesn't experiment with lines. So if we think that how they practice today is how they're going to play tomorrow against Edmonton, it's the first time in 9 games that we'll see the top 9 truly be a top 9. And I talked about in my vlog earlier today how we got all excited with the additions of Garland and Dickinson and Podkolzin, that it was going to be the best top 9 that the Canucks have had here in at least half a decade. Well, we might be able to see it finally tomorrow. Of the previous 8 games, only once did the top 9 dress, all 9 of them, but they actually had Dickinson centering a 4th line, and they had Justin Dowling playing on the 3rd line, which actually, he's been fine. He's been a nice surprise. But the top 9 we're talking about obviously are Pettersson, Besser, Miller, Horvat, Garland, Pearson, Hoglander, Podkolzin, and Dickinson. And I always thought, as you guys know if you watch my vlogs throughout the summer, I thought that they should go Lotto line. I thought that they should go Horvat, Hoglander, Garland, and then Dickinson between Podkolzin and Pearson, giving you a pretty veteran-laden but heavy line for Podkolzin. But they have not gone with those combinations just yet because they really like Horvat with Pearson. So this is how they lined up today. But again, the first time, if this is how they play tomorrow, it'll be the first time that our top 9 guys are actually slotted in the top 9 spots. So they went Lotto line of Pettersson, Miller, and Besser. All 3 of those guys got to get going. The second line of Horvat and Pearson, of course, but with Niels Hoglander. So Horvat, Pearson, Hoglander, that's a line that we saw a lot of last season. And then a 3rd line, intriguing line of Dickinson, Podkolzin, and Garland. So you have the speed and the tenaciousness of Garland. You have the defensive awareness in Dickinson, and you have the relative size and youthful exuberance of a Podkolzin. So there's what your top 9 look like today. I must say, I don't mind it. So Lotto line, Horvat, Pearson, Hoglander, and then Dickinson between Podkolzin and Garland. That leaves your 4th line of Lammikko with Chason, and I'm missing someone now. Lammikko, Chason, and Bailey, of course, Justin Bailey, and then Nic Petan as the 13th forward. On the D, it was OEL and Myers, of course. It was Hughes once again with Schenn. So I think the Canucks really liked what Schenn did, not just fighting with McEwen, but laying out 7 hits yesterday. So Hughes and Schenn. Then a 3rd pairing of Rathbone with Burrows. And then a 4th pairing of Hunt and Pullman. So I'm not sure if it's going to be Hunt and Pullman that comes in tomorrow, or if it's going to be Rathbone and Burrows, or I don't know if they're going to reunite Pullman with Hughes. I don't know if Pullman's going to be ready for tomorrow's game. He'll likely be a game time decision, but we will see tomorrow. So kind of interesting. But what's even more interesting are the power play units. Remember we talked about stacking one versus kind of do two even ones? Well, this is two even ones if I've ever heard of it. So your top unit now is Hughes up top, Besser and Pettersson. So Besser returned to power play one. Besser and Pettersson on the walls, Garland in the middle, and then Tanner Pearson in front of the net. Now Pearson is a good net front presence. He's kind of hard to move around. Got good hand-eye coordination. Not afraid to get his nose dirty. Interesting also that Garland and Besser, both right-hand shots, are on this unit together, with Garland being in the bumper. So as a right-hand shot, then he'll be taking more passes from Petey as opposed to from Besser, right, for the one-timer. So again, Hughes up top, Besser, Garland, Pettersson across the middle, and then Pearson in front of the net. So who does that leave for the second unit? Well, it leaves Ekman-larsson up top. Then across the middle row, it's Miller, Horvat, and then Jack Rathbone, a defenseman, and then in front of the net is Chason. So you still have Chason on a power play unit dropping from 1 to 2. You have Horvat and Miller moving from 1 to 2, and you have Rathbone replacing Hoglander. So no Hoglander, no Podkolzin. So those are really interesting to me. You could say, between Ekman-larsson, Horvat, and Miller, those are your three stars on the second unit, and then you have Pettersson, Besser, Garland, and Hughes all on the first unit, and then Pearson rounding that out. So I'm interested to see how that happens. You're basically bringing Pearson and Garland from the and Besser actually from the second unit to the first unit. So Pearson, Besser, and Garland come up to the second unit, come up to the first unit from the second unit, and moving down from the first unit to the second unit are Miller and Horvat and Chason. So that's the 3-for-3 switch, and then Rathbone comes in, like I said, for Hoglander. So your second unit has 2 defensemen on it. So, Canucks fans, leave a comment below as to what you think of these line combinations, the top 9 being a top 9, and what you think of these newly aligned power play units. It's fine with me. After seeing what I saw last night and after vlogging about it for 8 minutes this morning, I'm open to anything that gives the Canucks new life, new energy, new creativity, both at even strength and on the power play, and it looks like that's what they are trying to do. So leave a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are on these new combinations. Shout out to my hero members, Shout out to my hero members, nucksfan number 29, Justin Credible, Lucas Gates, and Andrew Chang, and to Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, and Carol Bovenlander. Thanks for your support, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this during my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you like to, like this video if you like to, become a member of this channel if you like to, leave a comment down below if you like to. What do you think of these new alignments, both at even strength and on the power play? I'll do my best to read, react, and reply as always. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.